Welcome, everyone. We're going to get started in a few minutes. I see we have a few stragglers out in the atrium. So please feel free to enjoy the slideshow, and we'll get started in a few minutes. Thank you. All right, we are going to get started. Thank you, everyone, for being here. We may have some students joining us, and this is going to be live streamed as well as recorded for students who could not make it today and their supporters and family members also. So let's get started. Welcome, Global Badgers, friends, family, other supporters from across campus and from across the world. Welcome. I'm very happy to be here today to celebrate your accomplishments and your graduation from UW-Madison. Before we begin, I would like to read the land acknowledgement statement from UW-Madison. I guess we'll do it this way. The University of Wisconsin-Madison occupies ancestral Ho-Chunk land, a place their nation has called Teejop, since time immemorial. In an 1832 treaty, the Ho-Chunk were forced to cede this territory. Decades of ethnic cleansing followed when both the federal and state government repeatedly but unsuccessfully fought to forcibly remove the Ho-Chunk from Wisconsin. This history of colonization informs our shared future of collaboration and innovation. Today, UW-Madison respects the inherent sovereignty of the Ho-Chunk Nation, along with the 11 other First Nations of Wisconsin. Again, welcome everyone tonight. We're very excited to have you here. My name is Allison Streckenbach, and I am the Transitions Coordinator at the International Student Services, or ISS office, here at UW-Madison. This is a new position created to help international students in key times of transition. One of those things being as new, bright-eyed international students just joining us at UW-Madison, and for the first time, having a graduation celebration such as this. So it's my honor to be here to accompany you, to celebrate you today. Whether that be flying home, starting a new program or degree, entering the workforce on OPT, doing research studies, or whatever is next for you, there's an exciting new stage of your life ahead. It's an honor to spend this moment with you, and I know I speak for all of ISS and the staff here today when I say that. Graduating and finishing a program is a very big accomplishment, and I hope that you feel proud of the work that you have done here. I hope that you have enjoyed and were challenged by what you have learned in your classes, that you have made valuable connections across your personal, professional, and academic life, and that you have had fun here at UW-Madison. Again, thank you for being here, to all of the supporters and family members who were able to come. I know some of you had quite the travel to get here today to celebrate your graduates. Today, we are going to have 3 speakers, so our students will be able to hear from a great lineup of speakers that I have here with me. And then afterwards, students who are interested will be able to take part in a processional, or what I have been calling a walking ceremony, which is very traditional at graduation ceremonies. When we do that, I will be able to instruct you on how the logistics of that walking ceremony will go. If you have a card with your name on it, you will want to take that with you when you walk so that your name can be read aloud and we can celebrate you. With that being said, I am very happy to introduce our first speaker tonight. Please help me in welcoming our current interim dean of the International Division here at UW-Madison, Barry Gearhart.
Thank you, Allison. Hi, everyone. It's my pleasure to be here with all of you to recognize and celebrate this big step in your lives. I know we have bachelor's, master's, doctoral, and visiting students here today. Congratulations to all of you. I would also like to say welcome, as Allison did, to all the parents, family, faculty, staff, mentors, and friends who are attending this celebration, whether in person or virtually. And I also want to say thank you to International Student Services, Sam McCabe, and everyone else, Allison, for organizing this lovely event today, and of course for all the support they've provided to you, the students, over the years. So graduation is always a tremendous accomplishment. Of course, that's all the more true when you graduate from a rigorous university like this one in a faraway land, and for many of you, also far away from family and old friends. On top of that, many of you completed your studies here in something other than your first language, and I'm also an alum of this university, and I'm currently a faculty member. So I can tell you it's not that easy to complete a degree here in something other at all, and then especially not with all the extra challenges that you face. So I think everyone here will agree we should pause and give our new graduates a big round of applause for their great accomplishment. And it's, as Allison, I think, said, it's hard to do this on your own. So to graduate, many of you counted on the support of others, especially parents, family, and friends. And again, that support often had to come from far away. So your achievement graduating today is also their achievement. So let's also give them a round of applause. So we're very glad you chose to come here to study at UW-Madison. Diversity is a source of strength, creativity, and innovation for UW-Madison, and your presence here is a key part of that diversity. As you may know, you, our international students, now represent 1 in 7 of all students at UW-Madison. Also, more than 1 in 5 of UW-Madison faculty are international as well. So we rely on the unique contributions and perspectives each of you bring to enrich the university community, to understand each other better, and to help us all be better global citizens. So your presence here makes us all better. My own experiences with international students and colleagues here and abroad have been some of the best of my career and also some of the best experiences of my life. Now here at UW, we know there's more to do to make sure that all members of the campus community feel welcome, respected, safe, and that they belong. And I know the Chancellor continues to meet with students, including this week, to work toward that goal. For now, let me again thank each of you for choosing to come here to study with us and for being such an essential part of the UW-Madison community and what makes UW-Madison great. Now, let me get to something really important. Let's talk a little bit about Wisconsin culture. And you know, I'm not from here either. I'm from a faraway exotic land called Cleveland, Ohio. So we have that in common, kind of. So by now you've probably become accustomed to some things you've encountered. During your time here at Wisconsin, I've constructed a scientific instrument to measure this. So I'm going to try it out on you. Okay, so for example, has anybody here noticed that Americans seem to be completely unaware of what the term football means in the rest of the world? Anybody notice? Sounds like a few people have. Okay. But how many of you now are Green Bay Packer fans? Anybody? Any Green Bay Packer fans? Oh, okay. Okay, all right. Then I think I know what the answer is going to be to at least one of my other questions. All right. All right, let's try this one. How many of you now not only know what bratwurst and cheese curds are, but have actually had them in the same day? Oh, okay. All right. Okay. All right. Congratulations. How many of you have had your photo taken in front of Bascom Hall by the Abraham Lincoln statue? All right. How many broken ankle or something in the process of getting up? Anybody? No. That's good. All right. Okay, one more test. I think this might be the real test. How many of you have gone ice fishing? No, yeah. Me neither. Like I said, I'm not from around here either. If you ever go overseas and you go to a warm climate, I met somebody from Malaysia and a few other warm climates, take a photo of people ice fishing. They'll be impressed, I guarantee you. All right, now let me say a few words about our alma mater, and this is kind of in the spirit of just reminding you all and your families what a great decision you made to come here to Wisconsin. And I know easy access to cheese curds is probably reason enough, but I have a few other reasons too. So in UW-Madison, you chose a world-class university. For example, the Center for World University Rankings recently ranked nearly 20,000 universities in the world. The universities that placed at the top made the Global 2000 list. UW-Madison was ranked 27th on that list, which puts it in the top 1.4% of the 2,000 best. Yeah. If you like that one, you're going to like the next one even better. So only 5 countries in the world had a university ranked higher than UW-Madison in those rankings. Okay, pretty amazing, especially when you consider we're a public school and we're in a state having a population of less than 6 million people. So you're part of, and will continue to be part of, a very special place. And it's students and now graduates like you that make UW special. So given the reception to that first one, I am going to go for another bragging point for UW. So last year in the journal Nature, which is a pretty good journal if you're not familiar with it, departments at American universities were classified and ranked in over 100 fields. The study then identified which universities had the most departments ranked in the top 10 in the United States. The 5 schools with the most top 10 departments were Columbia, UC Berkeley, Stanford, Harvard, and there was just one more. Does anybody know who? UW-Madison. So I don't know if I mentioned it. It was Columbia, Berkeley, Stanford, Harvard, and who again? It was Wisconsin. Wisconsin, thank you. So by coming to UW-Madison, you also chose Madison, which has been ranked as the #1 best place to live in the United States, the 2nd happiest place in the United States, and I am told, for those with covered parking in the winter, the #1 happiest place. Perhaps most important to all of you, Madison was also named, to the students this is, best city to live in if you're young and broke. Now, of course, I talked to some of you, and it seems to me like you're still young, but you're no longer broke, so that's pretty good. I'm envious. Many before you made the same great decision to study at UW-Madison. In fact, you now join 442,000 living, that's just the living ones, living alumni, 442,000. The Wisconsin Alumni Association has chapters around the world, which allow you to meet fellow Badgers, connect with strong social and career networks, and stay up to date on the latest news from UW-Madison. So if there's not a chapter where you're living, think about creating one. If there is a chapter, think about being an active participant. And if you've had a good experience here at UW-Madison, think about paying it forward. That can be providing opportunities for students who follow you, whether as a mentor or by hiring them for internships or full-time employment. Another way is by contributing financially to support the great things the university does. So in closing, to all of you graduating and to all of you who have supported our new graduates, once again, well done. Well done. This moment marks the start of a new and exciting chapter, including for parents, for all of you graduating. And indeed, if you look up the meaning of the word commencement, many of you know this, it says a beginning or start. So today is a beginning or start. We expect great things of all of you. Please keep in touch as you take your exciting next steps in your career and in your life. Use what you've learned inside and outside of the classroom. Be the person you have grown to be and that you are meant to be, and go out and make the world a better place. On Wisconsin.
Thank you very much, Dean Gearhart, for those remarks. I'm just going to have to move this down a little bit. He's much taller than I am. Our next guest speaker tonight has worked at the International Student Services Office in some capacity since 2014. I may have promised that I wouldn't say this in the speech, but I was still in high school. So, so there's a little bit of an anecdote for you. She has been an international student advisor here at ISS, an assistant director for CVIS compliance, interim director, and now holds the title of Director of International Student Services. Please help me welcome the Director of ISS, Samantha McCabe.
Thank you, Allison, for that introduction and sharing a little bit about maybe how old I am or how young you are. All right. And thank you to Barry for his very kind remarks to our graduating Global Badgers. I am pleased to welcome you all to our International Student Graduation Celebration. We at ISS are honored to recognize and celebrate the many achievements of our graduating and our visiting international students during the 2022-2023 academic year. This ceremony is also a celebration of the parents, the families, the mentors, the friends, and the communities of support that are sharing this moment with us today in person and virtually. As Barry said, we could not be here without that support from all of you in the audience. As Allison said, my name is Samantha McCabe, and I've been here forever. And I have had the pleasure of serving as the director and continue to have that pleasure of serving as the director of International Student Services. And I am fortunate every single day to learn from the thousands of international students that we have here on campus who enrich our campus culture every day. And I am honored to celebrate over 1,300 international students who are finishing their current academic journey with us this weekend. And some of you are continuing and coming back to us, which is even more exciting. I do have to say that it feels so good to be back here in person to have such a monumental celebration. I was reflecting on our most recent ISS graduation celebrations, during which we virtually celebrated and congratulated our students on their many accomplishments. And as we were bidding those virtual graduates farewell, we were welcoming many of you who sit in this room today to start your UW-Madison academic journey online or with us here in person during the height of physical distancing and social isolation. Now, I don't want to relive those days. I don't want to take us back in time, but it is really important for us to reflect just how far you have come during your time here at UW-Madison. You've traveled far from home to pursue your education in another country and in a different education system than that which you may have experienced before. And you chose, as Barry shared, those impressive rankings, you chose a top-ranked university to challenge yourself intellectually and to contribute to innovative research. You've also navigated a society and culture different than what you might be accustomed to. And you've shared your culture and customs with the Madison community. Your journey to UW-Madison embodied the Wisconsin experience, and your journey through UW-Madison exemplifies the Wisconsin experience. We celebrate tonight the accomplishments and contributions of many international students, which include a Rhodes Scholar finalist who's passionate about biological concepts and discoveries to benefit both animal and human health, a community organizer advocating for safe spaces for students of color and standing up against acts of hate, bias, and racism, a social activist fostering a safe and inclusive community for our queer and trans people of color, an innovative researcher who brought solar-powered water access to remote villages in their home country. And there are so many more examples of empathy and humility, relentless curiosity, intellectual confidence, and purposeful action. And those examples are sitting here in the room with us tonight. Each of you is leaving UW-Madison with your own Wisconsin experience, and those are values you will carry with you throughout your life. I hope that as you reflect on your time as a Global Badger, you celebrate your triumphs, both big and small. Take time to express gratitude to your family, friends, and your biggest fans who have celebrated every accomplishment with you along the way. And don't forget the home and community that you have created here in Madison, at UW-Madison, and at International Student Services. Today, you join the Global Badger alumni family. Sorry, getting teary-eyed because this is hard to watch so many of you leave us. But we do look forward to hearing about the great things that you will do as you take your Wisconsin experience out into the world. Congratulations to our graduating Global Badgers, and on Wisconsin.
Thank you, Sam, for those words. I'm feeling a little teary-eyed myself. I have so many great memories with all of the students that are graduating, and it's just really exciting. You can tell your supporters here in the audience, they're so proud of you. People that don't even know you are proud of you. So definitely take a moment to take that in. Our final speaker is actually a graduating international student himself. If he will let me call him our keynote speaker, I feel like that's a very cool title. So our last but not least speaker tonight is Omar Dumdum, a PhD candidate in mass communication with a minor in political science and global studies. He has been a very valuable member, not only at UW-Madison and in the international student community, but also serving on the International Student Advisory Board, also known as ISAB, working with the international student community to share their experiences, to hear their concerns, and advocate for their voices to be heard here on campus. Please help me welcome soon-to-be Dr. Omar Dumdum.
Thank you, Allison, for that very kind introduction. Interim Dean of the International Division, Barry Gerhardt. Associate Dean of the International Division, Ron Machoyan. Director of International Student Services, Sam McCabe. Staffers from the International Division and International Student Services who are here tonight. My fellow international student graduates and our families and friends who are here. I'm honored to speak on behalf of international students graduating this year. We are now part of a strong cadre of Global Badgers, propagating the Wisconsin idea to the rest of the world. International students have always had a place in UW-Madison since its founding. The university's first class in 1849 was attended by 20 students, all of them from Wisconsin except one, an international student from Canada named William Stewart. 174 years later, international students represent almost all races, ethnicities, and cultures from A to Z, from Albania to Zimbabwe. We have been a critical source of diversity in this university, and we will continue to have an impact in diversifying the network of UW-Madison alumni. I bet you can also name UW-Madison alumni from your respective countries who are now leaders in their respective fields. I was born and raised in the Philippines and received my bachelor's and master's degrees in mass communication there before pursuing a PhD here. This university has a rich historical link with Filipino Badgers. Not only was the first international chapter of the Wisconsin Alumni Association established in Manila in 1909, a Filipino also became the first foreigner in 1959 to receive a PhD in mass communication in this university. Obviously, that wasn't me. In fact, the academic study of mass communication in the Philippines was established in the 1960s by another PhD alumna, Gloria Feliciano, with the help of UW-Madison's esteemed journalism professor emeritus, Wilmot Ragsdale. But not all stories are rosy, as some remind us of the painful memories international students had with some aspects of university life. So during its frat party in 1987, Phi Gamma Delta displayed a 15-foot effigy of a black man with a bone through his nose and oversized lips to greet partygoers. When outraged black students complained about the cutout, fraternity members defended that it wasn't intended to be black, but rather Filipino. An outcry poured in from the Filipino community, students of color, and their allies. And this collective activism bore many fruits for institutional reforms, including the policy that undergrads fulfill the ethnic studies requirement. This prerequisite is still in place today and a major part of the general education curriculum of UW-Madison. All these reflect both the highs and the lows of our experiences as international students here in Madison. Indeed, graduating from one of the world's best universities is no small feat. With all the rigorous classes and intense academic training we receive from leading experts in the arts and humanities, sciences and technology, social and behavioral sciences, and management. Add to these the cultural, the socio-psychological, and financial burdens of living in a foreign land. Our decision to choose this path is not as easy as picking a flavor of Babcock ice cream. We faced and waded through the rogue waves, and now we finally hear the steam whistle from the shores of Lake Mendota, signaling us to wind down and finish the sail. Today, we celebrate not only our academic achievements, we also commemorate the people that took us to where we are now. Our families, my parents are here from Cebu, Philippines. Our friends who are also here, our mentors. We, the graduates, have been resilient because you built a strong community around us. Because it really does take a village to raise a global badger. Let us always remember the Wisconsin idea, that education should influence people's lives beyond the boundaries of the classroom. And it is upon us, international graduates, to use our unique lens in providing real-world solutions. Congratulations to the international graduates of 2023 and on Wisconsin.
I told you we had some great speakers here tonight. One more round of applause for all three of our great speakers. Thank you. Before we finish tonight's presentation, we want to honor a graduation tradition for the students who would like to take part of it. As you know, we have many, many students at Wisconsin-Madison. And as Samantha McCabe mentioned, we have about 1,300 students, international students, our Global Badgers, who are completing their degree here at UW-Madison this semester. And a lot of them may not have the opportunity to do the traditional walk across the stage that you see at many graduation ceremonies. So tonight, we want to offer that opportunity to all of you who would like to take part in that processional or walking ceremony. A little bit about how the logistics of this will work. We would like to give this opportunity to students tonight. It is completely optional. You should have all received, if you had signed up to take part in this walking ceremony, a name card with your name on it. If you would like to take part in this processional, please bring that card with you, and we will line up in the back. If you turn around, Melissa Murray Baltus is waving at you. That is where we will start. We do have a few students here who let us know that they have an exam to take right after this ceremony. So if that is you, you get to go up first. Please go up and head to Melissa if you'd like to take part in the walking ceremony, and then everyone else can follow you. So Melissa, wave one more time. Students, if you'd like to take part, please head over to Melissa. As you're moving, I'd like to thank Mina House, who is a member of the ISS team, who will be reading your names aloud from your name cards while you walk across the stage. Samantha McCabe, the Director of International Student Services, will hand you a folder. And if you would like, make sure to stop by the reception to take your photo at the photo booth if you haven't already. After you receive your folder from Samantha, please walk up this aisle here and you can take a seat. The reception will be starting after our walking ceremony concludes. I'll let you take some time. Yeah, we've got extra. Yep. Parents, family, friends, if you wanted to move forward for a good photo opportunity, I see some of us already have, feel free. Only if they extend their hand, I figured sometimes it's not really a cultural appropriate, yeah. All right, they're starting to line up. I can see your little hats above the wall here. Wonderful. So students, as we are going, please feel free to join the line. As I mentioned, there will be a reception following the walking ceremony. So please stay and enjoy some appetizers, drinks, and photo booth opportunities in the dining room after the processional. It looks like many of you have lined up, so I will cue the music and we can begin.
Hello. Oh, okay. It should be on. It's on. It's on. It's on. Okay. Anissa Che Mansour. Aina Mohammed Nasser. Niso Hefnawi. Lukman Mohammed Kairuzan. Zhi Ching Cha. Mohammed Amir Aziz Idris. Muhammad Ayman Nisu. Jing Kai Ong. Advika Gupta. Kalpit Munat. Sojanya Ramya Priya. Se Ting Le. Se Wei Qian. Bangeshri Chivan. Gautam Agrawal. Arun Iyer. Omar Dumdum. Sean Joe. Swarnima Gahe. Nandu Venu. Deepti Ranja Gopal. Angel Tsang. Vignesh Pilakat Charu. Aravind Varanda. Yogesh Mohan. Julian Ju. Wei Ling Hung.
Anyone else? I see, we got one more.
Rishab Gunavarpu. Zhiwei Song. Simran.
Congratulations again. I'm glad that we were able to provide you with this opportunity to complete the walking ceremony, or processional. Again, thank you all for coming here, for the parents, friends, supporters, staff, faculty, and everyone else. It means a lot to the people around you, even the people that you may not know, that you are here today supporting your graduates. Thank you also again to Mina House for helping with the processional, for the other ISS and International Division staff for being here today and helping with the event, for the students that I see who came to the graduation cap decorating event. Your graduation caps look amazing. And at this time, we invite you to please join us for the reception down the hallway. in the dining room. This will be until 7 p.m. It is an informal reception. Please enjoy some food and drinks. There will be a photo booth and other photo opportunities. And if you did not take part in the walking reception, or excuse me, the walking ceremony and would like a folder, we are happy to give those to you. Thank you very much. Please head down the hallway to the reception past the front desk of the hotel. There are bathrooms also in that hallway. And once again, congratulations to all of our graduates and on Wisconsin.